sunk an enemy destroyer.
Hey there, team. It's Ripper here. Hope you guys are doing fantastic today. Got a great video for the Pommern. It was a really fun game. But before we begin, like, subscribe, bell button below. Thank you guys for all the support. We're on our way to 1,200 subscribers. Almost there. Just barely nicking it right there. And but our ultimate goal is 2,000 subscribers, and that is our goal, to give away our first premium destroyer, because we are DD main and we want to give back to the community, because we want to thank you guys for supporting the channel about learning how to sail ships, shoot ships, and having a great time learning something at the same time. So hope you guys are doing well. Let's get right to it. The Pommern Tier 9 premium battleship. I call it the little brother of the GK. Very, very fun, powerful ship, especially when it came out. I actually called it one of the best dockyard ships that they ever released. It came out a while back. I don't remember the dates. Forgive me. My mind is very bad with time and memory, but it is been a while since it's been released as a dockyard ship, but it is. I hope they do bring it back. Maybe as a premium or armory or something, because I do believe it's one of the best battleship premiums that are out there, and I'll explain to you why this game should demonstrate exactly why that is. I kind of give it a combination between what they have as the Prussian or whatever, mixed with 12 millimeter gun, or sorry, 12 380 millimeter guns, kind of like a mini GK, with also the power of the Ruprecht and Schlieffen kind of style battle cruiser. So it has the secondaries, which are going out to 12.5, which is a full secondary build. And you can see that, look, just rocking and rolling right now. Look what they're doing to the hipper. And also the fact that they have 12 guns. So I like that the aspect of it, but it also is a battleship that has torpedoes, especially when you get into that brawling. And why do I love World of Warship so much? Because it's a brawling game, or at least I thought it was back in the day when these things came out. But, you know, I still enjoy it, because look what this thing can do. It can still brawl with the best of the best. And this thing is fun. Look at these 12 guns swinging into action right now. Look at all those shells firing. And boom, first kill for us today. Splash 1 RP back to 40. That is close quarter experts. Give the medal to the gunners in the back row there, and they get the kudos. And that's how this ship really does shine. And especially with a full IFHE, full secondary build, you get these guns out to 12 kilometers. Forgive me, misspoke there. 12 kilometer range with 32 millimeter pin on the smallest of the secondary guns, and 40, let me double check that again. I'm looking at the stats here. With IFHE, 47 millimeter stats right there. So the secondary guns melt cruisers and battleships and whatnot. And you're getting up to that 32 millimeter pin, which is that sweet threshold to get for secondary guns. They start fires great. And then you got backing it up with the 12 380 millimeter guns, which do some significant damage at tier 9. So it's very, very awesome. You can see the maneuverability of the ship just going weaving out. It's just a battleship. I kind of call it a little battle cruiser, because it is a little bit smaller, a little bit more maneuverable, and compared to something like a GK or Yamato or something of that nature. You can see this thing acts very, very well, maneuvers well, speed's okay. It's got hydro, it's got heels, it's got torpedoes, it's got the basic guns, but the secondary build is why I like it so much. And you can see it right here. We're going to go into action against the Fletcher right here. See, these things are starting to open up right now. And it also, in my opinion, it actually survives a little bit better than the battle cruiser line, like the Ruprecht and the Schlieffen, because those things seem to like burn and just lose HP so much. I mean, this thing at least has 81,900 HP right off the bat, so it's a little bit more HP than those battle cruisers, but it tanks damage a little bit better. And I think it's because of the help with the 50 millimeter armor plating and so forth, all around the superstructure area. It does a little bit better job of taking damage, tanking. So it makes it a better role for a brawling kind of battleship, which is exactly why I like it so much. Again, forgive me, it's not available anymore in the armory or anything like that. So this video, it's like a tease, really, but I just want to show off the capabilities of it. Is it still good? Is it still viable in today's meta? Well, let's take a look. I mean, with a full secondary build, which most people are gawking at because, people don't brawl anymore, but I actually say that, it is what you make of it. So I always say, hey, look, let me find a way, a tactic, a way to find a way to use your strengths to the best of your abilities. And that's why I showed, like, right off the bat, like, where's the positioning of our ship? So look at the mini-map. Right now, you see the bulk of our fleet is just stagnating at Alpha, which is fine. You don't have to rush into your death. I mean, you don't win by capping first. You win by sustaining damage. Who can hold out the longest? Who can get points over time? So I'm taking my little destroyer DD on the right here. What did my last video, what did I say? Keep your DDs alive. Whatever you do, keep your DDs alive. Kill their DDs to give your DDs the best hunting possible. and the best experience possible. So you have somebody to help you out, like a DD for smoke, or spotting or whatnot, or torping or gunboating, and that's exactly what you need. So right now we're killing the Fletcher. He's running away. Obviously, look, we got 12 guns. 12 guns is better than 8 guns, I believe. That's why I like the Pommern so much. And then the secondaries are rocking and rolling as well. They're constantly firing all the time. I like it, the fact that the gun crews are always shooting from left and right, and back in the day, you could only shoot one side. And that was a big complaint most people had. They're like, why would a gun crew in a real world just say, well, left side's firing, let's not fire on the right, we're taking a break. No, that doesn't happen, right? In real life, all guns will be firing. That's why I enjoy the fact that all guns fire, and that's what brought me to this game. So we're going around this island right now, see if we can flank the rest of the enemy team to help our alpha team. They're starting to cap right now, so they're going to start to push. So our timing works out well. We're going to push at the same time. We're going to take the charge and lead from the front, and here goes the Azuma right here, aiming for that sweet spot right at the front nose and under the cheek. And that is a lot of ricochets, a lot of torpedo non-pens. So we're going to try to push in a little closer, and this is exactly why I like the Pommern. This is a brawling style ship right now. So I know the Zumo does not have very good secondaries, does not hard torpedoes. I have the advantage. Therefore, I elect to nose in to mitigate damage, and then press, and then we activate loot gens for the secondary reload, reducing our time as well. Full secondary gun build right here, and we got a Fletcher in front of us, so we're going to nose in the Fletcher to avoid torpedoes, aiming at that front nose cheek right there, so the shells hit right below the gun turrets. Boom, we get one good shot, and here come the back turrets, so they finish them off, and boom, splash 2 RP to back to 40. Second kill of the game as we sweep into the flank from the north. Now we're coming in on the Fletcher right here. We see, he gets taken out by our Kitakazi. This is exactly why you protect your DDs right there. You take your DDs out, or take out their DDs and help out so you can protect your DDs so that they come in clutch moments like that. We also have the Brisbane coming in right here, coming in right in front of us, showing full broadside, front 2 guns, only 6 shells in the air. And do we get a nice juicy hit? And boom, there we go. We got a nice Citadel and removes his guns. We're going to go ahead and nose in to split the difference between both of these to mitigate damage, as well to avoid torpedoes in case somebody did launch torpedoes. I think that Brisbane does have them. I'm not really sure. Can't remember. You know what? We assume the worst. Now, the person in front of me here is the Alabama, so I know the Alabama, goodness gracious, taking out my turret as well. Look, you know what? He doesn't have torpedoes, but guess what we do? We launch torpedoes just slightly in front of the reticle there because I know he's either going to turn away and just aim right into them and run into them. So let's see if those torpedoes will knock him out. We take 2 torpedoes, so he did dodge 2 of them, so that would have knocked him out. But you know what? Guess what? Our backup is the secondaries. Now watch these secondaries just melt away. Look at that. Look at that HP getting melted out, and boom, splash 3 RP back to 40. That is 3rd kill today for the secondary gunners, close quarters experts again. Give a medal to the back gun crews right there, taking out so much of that HP, and that's exactly why full FHE works very well against Tier 8 and Tier 9 kind of style ships, because a lot of them don't have that 50mm armor plating that deflects a lot of those shells. But like I said, this thing melts. Now watch the HP pool in the Brisbane here just start withering away, and all those shells, look at those gun turrets all firing, all gun crews are aiming, and look at that, they must have trained over the weekend. And look at this nice juicy spreads right there, and boom, taking down all the HP right there. And see if the secondaries can get their 3rd kill, and almost the fire actually takes it out. But I actually got to give credit to the gun crews right there because they actually did the majority of the damage. But that is splash 4 RIP back to 40. We almost get a crack in here, ladies and gentlemen, and that is how the Pommern works. One side of the map right there, and then we have the final let's see, here we got submarine and Napoli. So probably the Napoli and the submarine goes down. All that's left is the Napoli in the rear of the flank here. So we're going to turn back around and help out our Kitakaze right here at Charlie Cap, and that's our last known location of the Napoli. But at the end of this this game, you're going to see the build I have for the Pommern that I use. It's the Lucian's build. It's more focused on full secondaries. I put it on my Schlieffen, I put it on my Pommern or GK, or any of those style battleships that I do recommend having on a full secondary gun build, because the Lucians, once it activates, you get a lot of the perks. If you get a certain amount of shell hits, the main battery shell hits, you get an increased main gun reload rate, and then also if you get 100 secondaries, the perk activates for reduced reload on the secondaries. That's why I like it so much. But that's that game right there. 4 kills. I don't believe we take out the Napoli, but let's take a charge at it. I'm going to take a swing and see how much damage we can inflict upon them. But yeah, Pommern, very great ship. I still think it works very well in today's meta, especially in ranked. When you have only about 6 or 7 ships to go against, and Pommern does a really good job at not only mitigating damage, but providing firepower right now. And you can see what we do the business on the Napoli right here. He's shown a little bit too much broadside to us, so we're going to just take a lot of chunks and nice shots at him. A lot of overpens, a lot of ricochets. My goodness, that armor is very, very crazy for the Napoli. But look at our secondary shots are starting fires and withering him down just all the same, and it's just a great ship. And he goes down to the Amalfi, but 4 kills, 184,000 damage. That is the Pommern. Again, thank you guys for supporting the channel. Like, subscribe, bell button below if you guys want to support us and be with us as we grow along the way. That's the Pommern, #1 in the team right there. And take a look at the build. Is again focus more on the full secondary build, where we not only take care of concealment, main battery mods, and so forth, the basics there, but really focusing on the IFHE and maximizing the range, maximizing the reload rate, all while having fire prevention and concealment for those close-in brawl situations. But like I said, I really recommend the Pommern. If you ever get a chance to get it again, go for it right there. Full secondary and all the mods right there, concealment. And there it is, IFHE with the manual secondaries, concealment and fire prevention. Hope you guys are doing well. Talk to you soon. Cheers.